I said, a lot of this stuff, man, like, a lot of stuff, the way I wrestle was actually kind of more of a wrestling style, with just shots included. So take a little bit from everybody and make it your own. It's all really good stuff. So, Brandon?
How you guys doing? So good to be here. First, I got two assistants since I'm an old guy here. I saw Pat doing that stuff, and I was like, thank God I brought assistants here. So my son Eli here, and Cass Raven. So you guys might not know him, but in the next few years, they've been part of our program for a long time. So I'm actually going to show some technique, have them do it, and have you see all the mistakes they're doing, so I can show you how to correct them a little bit as well. You guys don't make any mistakes, right? But we have some sparring and stuff in the second session I wanted to do, and they're real good partners for me, and so I do want them to do some of the stuff that I'm doing, so I don't have to do it too many times. My neck, my back, you see this big old thing, it's not a hickey on my neck, it's, I did some cupping this morning because I'm so sore, but, Pat's here. I actually went to Kazakhstan with Pat. I don't think he talked about that experience at all, but a great experience out there. He was out there for about 2 weeks for the World Championships. I went out there like 8 days before. And, I went out there, it took like 25 hours to travel, and I felt great the whole time I was out there. Then I come back, and it took me 30 hours to get back. Well, one of the first practices I had when I got back, we have a group of about 40 kids, and we separate them, right? So there's 40 kids, but these are our really young guys. So we had 16 7-year-olds. So after coming back to Coach Pat and the USA team, I had thought there was 10 guys on a team who would run through a wall for you, whatever you say. I tell Pat to run through a wall, he runs through it and takes a hammer and breaks the rest of it, right? He does whatever you say. Well, I was in charge of 16 7-year-olds. So this practice, again, I 30 hours of travel. At about 5:30, my eyes were about shut. I wanted to go to bed, and I wasn't too ready for the practice. I started the practice. I'm trying to have games. I'm trying to do whatever, and I got 2 kids over here playing tiddlywinks. I got one in the corner, and another guy punching a kid, right? 16, 17. That's coaching. And halfway through, I was like, Jake Short, who helps us out at Pinnacle, I was like, Jake, man, you got to take this kid in the corner. He's not doing anything. So he goes over and talks to the kid, and he's like, come on, man, you're not going to do anything. We're going to sit you up. He's like, I hate wrestling anyways. This came with the ice cream that my friend would give me afterwards. I was like, love the fight right there. So that's part of love the fight, part of coaching. And I got done with that practice, and I went into our office, and I was like, man, I suck. I got nothing done. I felt like just worthless, but then, I had to change the mindset of, I had another practice in like 3 minutes. We get a 5-minute break. Got to go out and coach kids again, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit later, but that's part of loving the fight as a coach, man. It's not always easy, right? You have to have patience. You have some guys that are real good, some guys that don't care. Part of my philosophy of love the fight. Again, Brandon Paulson at Pinnacle Wrestling, and whenever I say we, I will say we a lot. That's Jared Lawrence tonight. I don't know if you know Jared, but I hope you do. He's up here at National Camp for the University of Minnesota. Basically, all of our stuff we do together. All of our technique is the same, but different. So whatever he can show, I can show, and whatever I can show, he can show, and we kind of melded our styles together a little bit. And our styles are very different. They're very different people. It's I think Brandon might have said yin to yang. So he's a little bit taller and weaker, and I'm a little bit shorter and stronger. He's very creative, and I'm very logical. So he's the long guy, and I'm the short guy. The ties in space, and he actually wrestled a lot of ties, but he did ties to create space while I was always tight. And that's really our style as well right now. He's an extrovert, I'm an introvert. And I'm good looking, I'm not sure what that makes him, but we're opposite in every way. But so when I say we, that's what I'm talking about, because everything I do, he's technically, he's a part of it. So for me as a coach, I don't even know if it's a business plan, but what we want to do is we want to make kids better at wrestling. That was originally. I got to make kids better. If you make kids better, you're going to come to the club, right? That's the whole deal. And that's the same for some of you high school coaches. You get a good team, you're going to get kids out. you're going to get kids better. They're going to come, and then it'll transfer pretty quick. Even that first year is where these kids are coming to us a lot, and it's not just about wrestling; it's making them better people. And that's been a big deal these last 8-9 years, and a lot of the kids that come back, and for us, the parents, just how much it changed their life. That's a big deal to us, is to make the kids better people. And so that's now the goal. A little bit our philosophy is as far as wrestling, especially on the feet. We are big into ties, and Pat went through some ties, and we're going to do attacks from ties today. I'm going to do attacks from ties today. But even Jared, who was very fast, he was big into ties when he was wrestling. It was hand fight, it was 2-on-1s and shots, and then when we got together, a lot of it was ties. Now space, you have to be able to shoot from space. If Eli is standing straight up here, there's no reason to hand fight if I can blast that shot. So you have to do a tie, you have to be able to shoot from space, but really, once you get to that higher level, you need to be able to set up your shots, obviously, right? And there are certain people that can shoot from space. There are girls who shoot from space, right? Mitch McKee, he should never shoot from space, never. Okay, he's short, strong, and not very fast. Okay, but he's super strong, so he can keep guys close, and then it's there, right? Patrick, he's actually in the corner over there. He could shoot from space, but he should always do hand fight and then create the space when you want to create the space, right? Not when just out here and tapping the guy's head. It's hand fight, get the ties, create the space, and then blast. So our philosophy is ties to shots, which anybody can do. You don't have to be fast, right? You have to be willing to fight. Okay? You don't have to be the most athletic to do that, because you don't have to get from here to here in a half a second. I'm already here to grab. I'm already here to drag, to get an angle, right? So ties to space is really ties to our attacks is our philosophy from the feet. First, hand fighting, I got a plan. That's another thing for me. I always have a plan, and it's like my backup. So every practice, I have a plan, and hopefully you guys as well. You guys are here and trying to learn, so I'm assuming you guys do this as well. And you always got a plan, and the plan's not going to go as planned, right? So I rarely get through my plan because you're working on something, and of course there's one thing, it's like they can't get it today. And whether you work on it every day, you got to change the plan a little bit, but always be prepared. But we have basic 3 positions that we work on a lot. Hand fighting is you work on all the time, right? But there's 3 positions we want to get to our offense or get to our defense. In fact, you can be coming in here, I'll use both of you guys eventually here. Okay? But first is our inside tie. The inside tie is great for hand fighting, great for pulling, great for defense, and great for offense. Okay? It's not always where I'm coming in and inside, but if I can get inside tie and reverse grip, I get inside tie, a little stiff arm we call this. We used to call it AP, that's when we started a little bit, Adrian Peterson, but stiff arm where I can block as well. Okay? Inside reverse grip, though, is a favorite for even wrist, and then I can work from there. But inside tie where I can block, whenever I push with my inside tie, I'm here, but a lot of times with my pull, I'm getting it over top and controlling that out to the side. That's our first position. Okay? Other 2 positions are 2-on-1, which Pat worked on quite a bit, and I might get to a little bit the second practice, but our 2-on-1 here, and again, that swing step which he showed, and I don't know if you noticed it, very key to our 2-on-1. Okay? Ideally, we get hip to hip with our 2-on-1 right here, and then shots are easy, right? Everything is easy right here. But that swing step is really what is key to our 2-on-1. Okay? But, so our 2-on-1, it's all about controlling this top hand, or this top arm. I control his elbow, I control him. But, that's our second tie. It's not really, we're working on this practice because we got a page and a half of underhooks to attack, so we got to do that. Okay, so our third one is our underhooks. But again, everything starts with a little motion to it. I can't just be like here where the guy's diving in, or give me your arm, and I'm creating motion and movement and passing and going, and now I got my underhook, right? So everything, the hand fight through those ties. So, underhook position first, and we do this quite a bit. The guys that have been through our program, and we watch them wrestle, they do a lot of underhooks. And so there's a couple different kinds of underhooks. We're going through 3 different ones today. There's a 4th that we don't really do very much, but it still kind of incorporates. So we have strong side underhook, weak side underhook. Okay? Weak side underhook would be, okay, I'm a righty, right? I shoot single leg to this side, I shoot high cross to this side, I got a strong right arm. This is my underhook side. Weak side is normally right here, where my head is in position right here, my elbow's down, and we will do this one a little bit, but 90% of the time we're doing strong side. You know, weak side a lot of times it's a pull, it's a space, you know, then I can hit my knee pulls and you can hit high cross, you don't do as much in there, but that's weak side underhook. Okay? Any Wisconsin coaches in here? Good, I can make fun of them in front of the camera. Wisconsin, all of them, every single one does a lefty underhook, so every time I try to show underhook, they always do it left-handed. I'm like, are you right-handed or left-handed? I underhook left hand, they say, but they do underhook. But strong side underhook is really what we work on the majority of the time. So we got a few different positions here that I can show some attacks, I'll show some setups, and problem solving, because if you can't get the right underhook, then you don't want to be there, and things you can do to create some motion out of it. Okay? The third one, which I might get to this practice where it started, the next one is the Iranian underhook, which is kind of what we've been doing more often than not the last couple of years. First basics. If I can get shoulder position in the middle of his chest, okay, control other side, and I'm going to be saying this probably 100 times, shrug shoulder and elbow up, I am in great position on my underhook, and it's really hard for him to do anything. So if I can score and he can't score, if I'm 99% or he's 1%, that's where I want to be, right? So if I get to here and I'm here, he can't score. Okay? He can try to inside trip me, but if my weight is right here, it's really hard for him to score. Even the best guys, they do like a shot 5, they can't do it from that position. So I got my strong arm, okay? I am pulling him to me, so this is like a vice, and the key is here. Pull this elbow to me as well, okay? If I go chest, if I sit here, he gets under him almost every time. If I go chest to chest, it's really hard to defend. I go shoulder, boom. You just stay right there. Look at that side of the body. I mean, it's like, please take me down, grab my leg. Okay, that's good. That's a good hold. Okay. So, if I can get to that position, now the hard part is getting to that position, but if I can, money, baby, give me my points. Give me my points! Okay? So, this is what we're going to start out with, and just some attacks from here. Our first one, just very basic, is our pressure back step double. I got this hook. Notice that my elbow is inside. Yeah, so I'm going to use it pretty soon, so be ready. Okay? And I'm creating pressure in here. When I have shoulder position, it's a pressure situation. Okay? When he has head right here, Patrick, is this a pressure situation? I'm just asking because Patrick pressures no matter what. So when I have shoulder, I get pressure. Okay? And notice I keep that foot in the middle for right now. For the underhook we're doing right now. Okay? And this elbow is tight. Okay? And I'm just going to push right there. He pushes back, an easy back step double. All of our shots are driving out his back leg, and this one is the same. Okay, so for right now, I'm just going to get into it, and then we'll show some setups later, but it's just a pressure, back step, boom, hit, and drop. I want to try to create that collision. So after when I back step, there's a little bit of space. And I get that from my weight on that back foot, so I can penetrate. Okay, it's not a drop. It's not this. Okay, where I have to now go after and get the legs. Even if I pull right here, you know, right, yeah, I want to create a collision with, bam! Okay, he's done, right? Pressure, pressure. He's falling over top. Most basic, easiest, if you have great position. Okay, which isn't always, make sure you smile at me, isn't always easy to get. Okay? A couple other easy ones from there. Again, shoulder position, inside position, we can go into our just a jab step single. You know, so our regular single is from inside, a little jab step, and hit the shoulder, going straight at that leg. We could do that from an underhook as well. As I had before, the side's open, right? So I got my shoulder position. I'm going to create a little bit of space, pull, and then hit. Every time, even on that single, we're in a shrug position. So Eli's supposed to carry his books. He doesn't have books anymore, but this is supposed to be the books, right? I don't really suggest carrying their laptops anymore. That's what they do now. Or you guys have laptops. But shrug, elbow up, right here. Okay, and it's the same with that jab step single where I'm just coming up, boom, jab step, and take that shot. Again, this is a drive position. So for our underhook, we got good position. I can drive. We have our drive across singles, and a little different. I'm going to show a throw by where we're throwing by this way, but this one is a pressure. Okay, right here, I'm pressure, and now I can just drive as the pressure in. So our drive across single, I'm creating that pressure, and then I'm stepping and driving, and then my head goes in. Do it one other time. Okay. So I'm here. Again, this is key. Elbow in, and here. Cash from your one. Eli, do it too. Get your underhook. Get your position. Yep, and see right here, he's got to pull this into his elbow, and this is what happens. If he doesn't, this guy gets underhooked. That just stopped my double leg, it just stopped my single leg, and it just stopped my drive across. Okay? So with his elbow, and that's the problem you're going to have, either that or square up, or they do this. Again, I got hardly any moves right there, getting underhooked right there, catch. I don't have much offense right there. Okay? So, get back to your position.
We turn him 90
and here he should be turned a little bit. So for right now, we're going right leg in the middle, same side as our underhook. Later at Iranian, we go opposite, so we've been doing a little bit of both. But he should turn. The more he turns and his shoulder is in, the better position he's going to be in right here. And if Cass wants to come to try to go behind, we'll show what's next. Okay? So now what he's going to do is drive across. He's going to drive across with his legs. So create pressure, boom. Yep. You just got to bend our legs right there. And one of the keys to this drive across is the finish where I'm driving, and then my head's going in. So I'm right here, I drive, and now my head's in. Because right now I'm in a power position, right? If I drive and keep that head down, and I'm here, well, now I'm walking around here. I always want to try to end up in this position where I can throw that trainer, I can pick them up, I can explode my hips. That's what I call a power position. So it's drive, power position. Okay, we'll be in that in some other time, some other moves. Cash, it's the perfect time you got up here because we got one really important move here for our underhook position. I am originally a Greco guy. But I'm going to show one hip toss today. I might do it a few different ways, but it all starts for me. The underhook position all starts with the hip toss because if the guy wants to get thrown to his back and hit, I'm going to throw the guy to his back and hit. Right? I mean, why not? If the guy wants it, you give it to him. So if I got this perfect position, or there's about 4 or 5 other positions we might hit by the end, and he wants it, I'm going to throw it. And it's like, it happens when we're drilling. I'll be like this, and Cash overhooks me, yes, and then drives in and like, Coach, I can't get down to my single leg. He's overhooking me. Or I go here, and was there in right here? Yeah, he throws me down. It's like if he's overhooking me, you better throw him to his back. Because he really cannot. I'm going to hit, I'm going to hit toss him every single time. Right there. 100%. Get the guy this right. So, hip toss real quick. Very effective. He's not right now. And if he wants it, you give it to him. Always advisable. Right? So, our hip toss here is really not a strength move. Some people think it's, you got to be strong. It's actually flexibility, which I'm flexible in like 2 places. And one of them is my arm right here, this arm is really, it's flexible. Well, nowhere else am I flexible except my right shoulder. Maybe my groin, so I can lift people a little bit. That's about it. But there's a flexibility move and being able to get my hips through. I get my hips through and I'm golden. Okay? So, in this, the higher we get in levels, you don't necessarily get it from there because he's not going to get this to me anymore. But you still get the same type of thing. The guy shoots, boom, I'm throwing it. I get a front head, I'm moving the guy. It's the same type of motion, so you still see it in college and international. So, I got my foot in the middle, right here, and ideally I want him coming behind me or pressing into me. Again, I need my shoulder in the middle of his chest, okay? And to get my hips through, I do something, it's actually called the Paulson twist. It's self-named. But I didn't make up the move, but I made up the dance move, right? So I'm going to Justin LaValle's wedding tomorrow. So that's Paulson twist. You've got to twist the foot, okay? So I didn't make up the hip toss. I've seen it before. I don't know who did. But definitely the dance move is mine, okay? So I'm going to give a little pull, and then this inside foot twist, okay? Look at all my hips are facing 100 degrees, or 180 degrees the opposite direction. Okay? I didn't move them with my hand. If I go here and move them this way, that is actually defeating the purpose, and that's what the strong guys try to do. They're like, and use their arms. You can't do that. You actually need some freedom in here. Okay? And I'm going to move it behind me more than anything. So my elbows to my side, I give a little pull, and now it's a second. I have this arm, he's going. He ain't stopping. Now, if my shoulder's too high, like it's here, and I do this, well then I can get crunched, right? So I need to be here. Shoulder shrug, elbow up, bring the underhook to me. Then I have flexibility as well. If it's down here, and you end up like this, your shoulder is not, or your elbow is not up, your elbow's down. Right here. Now I'm going to give a little pull. Sometimes it's called slow down. Slow down. So, that will help set up anything else. If he doesn't stop that first, take your 5 points, take your pin. Okay? Then again, from this shoulder position, we have other options where if they know you have that, they have to stop that. So, you start hitting combos. You should start coming back. Where you can shoot, and a lot of times to get the shoulder position, I have to take a shot and come up, but so not a real single leg, but Pat kind of did it and do it a little bit differently. For me to do this, I need this arm clear. Okay, I can't take a half shot and have him block this arm where he has underfoot. So I got to clear this arm, whether that's here, okay, or reverse grip. When it's shot, come up. Now I can hip toss, or I can fake hip toss, and he reacts and go to my shot, right? I'm here, boom, up, fake it. He's got to react to the hip toss. If he doesn't, give me my 5, baby, give me my pin. Give me my pin, and that was pretty quick, but you can also do cut back, which we're going to work on a little bit, but here, shot, up, hip toss, he reacts up. Yes, now I got to change direction. You're there. Right? So, ideally, shoulder position. Now, if you can get that, but it's harder to get that position. I'm going to do a little bit when he has head position, and then we're going to go into really irradiate position, which is getting this guy's head position out, coming up. So, our next one. So, setting out an underhook, a lot of times we'll club underhook, and I'm going to do some of that after, but this guy gets shoulder position right here. Again, I don't want this elbow down, right here. Even if he has head position on my shoulder, I want to be in this position. I can score from here if I have a decent position. If I'm here, it's not really a scoring situation. Okay? Our first one from here, scoring position again, is going through some techniques of scoring from this high. I'm going to do a throw by single, and if I'm just doing it from a club and go, I'm going to show it first, but then I'll show you a way that you can kind of learn how to do it. On this, I'm replacing my foot, and it's club go and replace. Okay? We're going to do some cartwheels later to work on that motion, but I'm here, and I'm throwing him by me. So instead of our drive with our underhook, with shoulder position, when he has head position, I don't want to drive right here as much. Okay? With this leg forward. It's going to be having him come through me. So instead of a drive across, it's a throw by. And I can hit my knee right here. I don't necessarily do it. You can go with your knee where it's in here. You don't catch, and actually Mabel does that a little bit. Seen him do that, but I prefer to get my core down, and I get my chest almost all the way down to my knee, and I'm still catching that ankle. So one more time, and I'll do it slow. Catching this, and then I got to secure and fast. Okay, but it's really just body coming down. To learn that motion, I'm going to have this guy come into me a little bit. So I'm just going to go back, back, back. So he's coming in. Okay? So I club underhook, back, back, back. And that's a really easy way to learn it, to get that throw by just because your partner then is coming in you. Because otherwise you have partners. Cash is going to underhook you, club underhook, and Eli, you're just going to pull away a little bit. Yep. Right there. Go ahead and do it. Yeah, it's not working like that. We're going to hit something else. But if it goes back, 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 who's doing it? There you go. Yeah, go ahead. Keep your head on it. Yep. So all our underhooks, again, we're not weak side. If I go here, my elbow's down. If I have my head on the same side, my elbow's down, and I'm not saying you can't do it that way. I'm just saying there's a better way. Okay? So, go right here and turn your face. Oh, yep, turn your face. Bring him into you. Not bad. So, Eli. Yes, see? So right here, I'm going to club, and now this one, I'm bringing him in, and he's kind of sucked in right here. It's hard for him to move. Okay, I got my hands down, boom, club, underhook, hard to move, back, back, and then throw. Okay, but I like to turn my head, and actually when I turn my head, then it goes right underneath, very easy. Compared to here. Now I have to, I don't know how you turn your head. You have to somehow turn your head while you're going. Well, if I'm right here, my head's just sliding right underneath. Right? Other ones that you can do here when he has head position. I club underhook. Again, I don't want to push. I'm gonna pull. Okay? So we're gonna do the warm up a little bit later, but it's footwork here. Step and back step. So I'm gonna, you say never cross your feet, but yeah. I'm right here. I'm gonna do a cross step, and at the same time, I'm gonna do a back step. Or a cross step. Cross and back. Another dance move. If you guys want to do this tomorrow on the dance floor. Okay? Cross back. Cross back. Cross back. I got a wedding tomorrow. I got practice. Okay? So, right here, he's got head position. I'm going to come to the head, cross back, boom, and hit. Right? And you can hit a pick there. Sometimes I can, but I'm not as long. I feel more comfortable with this little single. But you can definitely drive across to a pick, and I'll do it slower. And right here. Again, I'm trying to control the side, but he's got head position. I wasn't able to get shoulder position. I'm going to come to the top of the head, cross, and I'm going to pull, cross, back. That sets him right there. Notice my position right here. Okay, I opened up my knee. If I don't open up my knee, I'm like this. Now my little single's got to be down. I can't get down low enough. So I'm going to open up my knee, cross back, so I can get my butt down low. Any little singles, my butt's got this far off the ground, right? And then I can go. Right here, this isn't far enough. I'm going to go right at his, go my face on that. Okay, so one more time on that. Under him. Pick that time. It's the same motion. Okay. Now we'll do a little bit later if he really clamps it down where I can't get this. I'm going to do some troubleshooting from that underhook position. Some of my story. I don't know about it since I've been coaching or wrestling. I'm like 25 years old now, so I'm getting old. My body actually hurts a little bit. I'm going to fight through. Our Iranian position, how much time do we got? got 3 minutes for my reading. That might be a whole session. I might need to wait. I don't know. I'm going to show this position, and I'm going to go through it later tonight. And for us, we've been getting caught, and actually see some of our gophers are getting caught in this position, and see some of our high school wrestlers. We go up and get an underhook, and we're like this. Okay? And Pat talked about it before. This extension is not power, right? You're right here, and this arm is extended. I do not have an underhook anymore. I got nothing. Okay, so we had to fix that position, and we watched Iranians quite a bit to get to here. And we got a bunch of different setups that we'll do as well for our Iranian position. And essentially, since I was young, and maybe it's from Greco, but my lead leg side, my underhook leg is forward, and we changed it all. And we're actually going our other leg forward, but this hip is still in, and it gives me the power to get this guy out of position. So, you ready for a little drive? I can club underhook, I can start here, doesn't matter. Okay, but from right here, I am going to drive to this other side and drive my hip in to here. And there's so much power there that his shoulder just knocked his head out of the position where he wanted. Okay? Now a couple keys here. Pat actually mentioned in his, tight right here. Right here, this is where they lose it. If they're like this and they're loose and he gets space, I got nothing anymore. This side, I'm actually pulling. Look at how this is not comfortable for him. Okay? Now part of it, we got a half a Paulson twist in there. Right, Cash? And this is again with our kids, this is what they miss. Once you show it, let me see if you got it. This is part what they miss because they don't get their hip in. So Cash is going to go slow under. Boom. And turn. Oh, that's pretty good. See how his foot turned right here? So they go straight. I don't have it anymore because this hip is not engaged. When I drive with my hip and turn, that makes all the difference. Okay? And the other part, so I'm sucking here and here. Okay? I can't be here, I'm not even here. I'm turning his body. Now I got a lot of offense from right here. Okay? I have a lot of offense because it puts him out of position and I'm tight. I'm ready to go. Okay? That's our Iranian position, and I'm going to do, we got a few different attacks, and actually watch some guys at the Worlds. The Russians are now doing a little bit differently, but they're coming here. The guy that beat Burroughs and Chorizo, I don't know if you guys watch International, but he got both of them underhook single real easy. He just went here once, you know, and he underhooked them about 15 times each. But once he got his elbow up and his shoulder shrugged, he got that takedown. He also uses his defense up to that. Rashidov, he's 65 kilo world champ. He goes underhook too, where he does like a knee pull, but he doesn't do as much drive, but it's the same thing. It's right here, and then he'll go to a knee pull from there. And then Yazdani, who's that? He does too. And Yazdani, he's a guy that David Taylor beat. He doesn't even need to have correct position on his underhook. He's so strong, but that's why I originally picked it up about 4 years ago. He used to do the drive a little bit. So those guys, it's working for those guys, so we decided to change our whole underhook system, which is not easy for me to do. So, I'm going to go through a little bit more of that later. You know, maybe right now. Any questions first? I thought I only went like 30 minutes there. No questions? You just want me to throw these guys? If there's no questions, you want me to go a couple more minutes? Okay, I'm going to do a couple more minutes. I'm going to do some setups, and then I just want to do some attacks from that Iranian tonight, and then actually where we come into trouble with our underhook tonight, troubleshooting a little bit. But our setups, and Pat did a few of them. And I'm just going to do a few more. So on this Iranian position, one of them I just did, you know, and again, everything starts from a hand fight. I can't just come out and do this where my arm's too far away. But I come out and I start moving this guy, and now I'm here, now I'm here. Now I'm good. Okay? I get this guy moving and reaching. I get this hand cleared where I can snap. Boom. This left hand club. Moving this guy. Now this one, okay? Instead of bringing him to shoulder, I'm I'm going to bring my head to here. Okay, look at my arm is still good. I underhook, but again, it's not good yet. And what that does is he never has head position. Now I got good position without him having it. So I was controlling this side, which again that synagogue does really well. I move, I snap. Snap. I pull head to the side, now I got it. Okay? Donnie Iranian, and this is the first time I've ever seen it. He actually, a tap up single. He basically scores anytime he gets an underhook. He doesn't tap up under. So he clears, and he's lefty, but he clears and then he taps up. He's clearing that side. He clears that side. And then it taps. So it was pretty tricky. So a little tap up. Other traditional ones, we work on our base position inside reverse grip. You slide right under. Another one I actually really like is if I can hand fight, you get his head down and pat it a little bit. If we can get this one here, right here. I just got to be heavy right here so he can't get underneath me. And now I'm driving. Get into my Iranian position. See my other ones. We're going to run it. What's your other setups? Shot. I already showed him that. That's good for now. Well, that's what he just got. That's why I did my Iranian, right? So, right here, he's fighting and he's trying to get head position. Right? So one, if he has it, I'm not just going to stick my arm in. I have to move him first a little bit, right? So he has head position. I'm going here. Right? Or arm. Right there. I got it. I got to move. Especially, if it's in here. And we're going to do it a little bit the next practice where, go ahead, get your hips back, and he's clamped. Clamp down. Right here. This underhook sucks. There's a couple guys that I know do it all the time, but we'll work on some positions to get out of that. Anything else?
What's your biggest challenge that guys for sure?
This guy? Well, he's taller than me now, so he actually thinks he's tough, but luckily I can still beat him up.
I'm talking
Wrestling-wise?
I mean, that's what we're working with on a daily basis. What are your what's your advice for?
Are you saying kids that age?
Yeah. And there's some dads in this room too, I'm sure. So.
Yeah, no. As far as kids that age, you still, and I'm going to go through the next one a little bit about the practice and trying to make it a little bit more interesting and different and keeping them engaged. And what we actually try to do, and I'm going to talk about a little bit later, is my next practice is split to where you have a group of kids that are really easy to work with, right? And then you have a group of kids that aren't. And it's not a bad thing to have a group here that's working on certain stuff and a group here that's working on certain stuff and doing different things. As far as a dad, there's a lot of issues. No, for me, it's been really hard as a coach. Really, that's my job, and as a wrestler, to have my son wrestle. He wrestled when he was young, but then there was about a 3-year period I didn't know he was going to wrestle. I made him work practice once a week. He didn't like it, but I was like, "You're going once a week. You don't need to, just make you a better person, right? Make you tougher." All kids right now are enabled to compete. So it's going to help you. You don't have to compete. I don't care if you wrestle later. You got to go practice once a week. So he fell behind wrestling wise, and then about 2 years ago he started to love it. So now it's a lot easier. Now once they start to like it, then you can spend more time. And he might think I'm pressure, but I don't put very much pressure on him. Very much. He already has a lot. So from other people. So it's like I haven't really put that much pressure on him to wrestle at all, and even work out extra. I try to stay away from it, which is hard because I know some things he should be doing that I don't do it. So I'm a father, and Jared, that's your job to push him. But Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. Right? That's why I'm a business partner. So, any other questions? You're waiting for tonight. Right? We'll see you guys tonight. I'll do a little bit. I'll try to get through the unwrap stuff and then just split practices a little bit and maybe a little love the fight things at the end. Right?
So we'll have a quick little break here. It'll be about 5-6 minutes. We'll get started with Sean Russell. So go ahead, if you want to get some coffee or cookies or whatever. If you want to do some quick match, go ahead.